Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Real Farm. Now, it's been a while since I've played this, and that's because I have been waiting for an event that happened just an hour ago, and that is the releasing of their new DLC. The new DLC includes a new map, this one, Grunztal, as well as a new crop. They've introduced potatoes, and although there isn't any sort of really detailed notes on it, one would expect, therefore, the equipment to deal with potatoes. You know, seeders, planters, etc. Something to harvest them, maybe. But let's jump in and see what Grunztal will bring. Yeah, we're just going to go easy because, well, we don't know how far this is going to go, and there's no point putting up obstacles before we even start. And buy your own farm, and no, we're going to go free mode. Although I suppose career... Actually, let's just try career. Now, I understand we're not going to... believe me, I'm not going to finish it out on career, because I discovered last time you will never earn enough money for your own farm. But I have a feeling this may introduce us to some of the new mechanics, etc. So let's have a look. Career it is. Hopefully this won't take too long to... figure out where it is and who it is and where it's going. Here we are. Hey there. Well, hey there. I've seen this guy before, I'm sure. My name is Franz Bauer. Nice to meet you. This must be your first day in town. If you do your best on your first job, you might become my protege. Why would you assume that was my goal in life, fella? Alright, get into the tractor marked on the mini-map. Oh, look, I've traded... Whoa. Sorry, didn't know the camera was going to be that sensitive. Oh, I can actually drive this thing. Apparently we've traded in the pickup for fancy little hot hatch or something. I don't know. Oh, I guess it's not. Actually, it's just a station wagon. Alright, let's waddle on up the hill and see what sort of a tracatory they have for us. Oh, same guy by the looks of it. Alrighty. Bum, 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 bum. The Triton LX300. You know, their models look pretty good from the outside. I mean, not great compared to, you know, the other samplings in this market, but, yeah. Let's get in. Oh, apparently, there we are. Had to be a little closer. Okay, now connect the weight to the front, the plow to the back. Oh, really? I was hoping we'd be doing something other than plowing, something maybe... Look at the size of that freaking plow! Holy monkeys eating bananas. Really? It doesn't have the turning radius to do that? Wow. That is one thing I noticed playing this before, is the turning radius on pretty much everything was just a tad on the ridiculous side. Okay. There we are. Let's hitch the front. And it still does the weird flip the thing over. Okay. And then we have this ginormous plow. There we go. Let's hitch the back. Alright. Drive to the field. Well. There you go. Okay, plow the field within the time limit. Okay, so left control will open the attachments. Here we are. Rotate left. Rotate right. I think at this point we want left. No. Sorry. Right. Thank you. Okay. Oh my, it's going to start plowing way out there, isn't it? Holy. See, that's one thing that I'm not a big fan of here with this thing, is just that. You don't actually have the capability to raise and lower it. You know what I mean? So, unless you've dragged everything into the center of the field and then basically position yourself, it's not exactly doable. Let's see if we can zoom out enough to see what's going on here. Wow, that is a big plow. I would kind of have my doubts this tractor would manage it. See, and then we got this problem where if I actually run the whoa, where is it going? Well, that's not impressive. Oh, don't. Why did it go all the way? Yeah, alright. Oh. There we go. Why is it counting down? I'm not leaving the job. I'm still in the tractor. Well, okay. Oh, damn. I tell you. Are they just not going to work things out with this freaking game or what? Man. And to think I leave a comment in the is it worth buying thing about this still being really buggy and needing a lot of work, and they're like, well, we put out 17 patches since we put the game out. You know, what could possibly be wrong with it? Oh my god, are you serial? You know? Well, I guess what we're meant to do is just drag it around and make the biggest mess possible. Alright. And it left that part. Look at where I originally had screwed up the plowing. It left the part out of the field. It only cleaned up what was in the field. Unbelievable. Alright. Let's start it in the field this time. Yeah, you can't actually zoom out enough to see the back of the plow either. It's not exactly convenient. Alright, well hopefully that's going to be far enough this time. And of course this whole thing's timed because it does work so well, you know. And it tilts up on the wheels. Man. Just. Yeah, look. It's only. It's so tilted up and twisted. Man. Yeah, and what's wrong with your game indeed? What isn't wrong? Seriously. You know? Alright, now we're going to get to here. Whoa. We're going to rotate this way. Yeah. But it doesn't, of course. Ugh. No. You can't do it. It will not... Nope. You cannot... So I really don't have any choice. I can't plow this thing properly. In fact, you can't really do bugger all with it, to be honest with you, because you can't raise the plow once you've started it. What a bogus freaking thing. Oh well, we'll just try and get as much done as we can, I guess. You know, fake it is what I'm saying. So... Well, you can bet they're going to be getting a link to this video along with a number of fix this, fix that, what's wrong with this, this is broken type of things. And yeah, I'm just going to try and get as much area done now as I can, because it's not like you can actually do it right, you know. Oh, and it's barely pulling it. That really helps. There we go. I was really hoping they'd made the improvements, you know. Oh, we put out like 15 patches since October. Really? And have any of them actually been something that made the game any better? You know? Or was it so freaking bad when it came out that they just got it to this state after 17 patches or whatever the heck it is? You know? And yeah, I'm more than aware this is not the way to be plowing a field, but like I said, there's almost no point in trying to do it right, you know, because you can't. You can't lift the plow, and if you can't lift the plow, how the heck are you supposed to do this? It's not consistent with the speed, it just wanders off in every direction. Wow. I'll give them one thing. The decal they're using on the ground is a better one than Pure Farming's using for their plow effect. At least it almost looks like it has some depth to it. Learning the basics. How are you supposed to learn the basics when they give you such broken junk? Man. And I mean, I'm sorry if I sound like maybe I'm just completely bagging on this game, but come on. Professional Farmer American Dream did plowing better than this, and it's probably the worst thing that's been released in the last 5 years in farm sims. So, yeah, I don't know what they expect you to do with this mess. Oh, and this, you know, all the patches that have been released, this DLC has already been patched twice since it was released this morning. And yet, you can see how well this new map is working, eh? You know. The plow still hasn't dragged itself all the way to the fully open position. It's just terribly done. Like most of the things that I noticed when I played this game before, it's barely usable. It really is, you know. Well, maybe something better will come after we've done the plowing, if we can manage that long. And as I say, I am more than aware that this isn't the way to do plowing, but yeah, I am not going to sit there on the ends and try and fiddle around with... You know, if it worked, if you could go back to the central position, I wouldn't have an issue with this. You know? But the fact that your choice is lowered on one end or lowered on the other, and if you try and disconnect it, like you see, it just starts to, you know, mission's going to end, and there's nothing you can do to make it stop the countdown. So, oh good, I don't think we'll even make this one. We'll have to plow part of the highway, I guess, no big deal. Wow. Well, and then I can't get it to pull straight. Perfect. I mean, there's no deformation of the terrain. I don't know why it doesn't track straight. Yeah, it's just terrible. Oh, good. They said they fixed that you wouldn't have rain every single time. Nope. Apparently they're not going to fix anything. Because that was one of the things that I mentioned when they first asked, well, why do you figure there's bugs? Gee, I don't know. Because you spend 2 hours doing a field and it goes light, dark, light, dark, light, dark as it proceeds to rain and then not rain and rain and not rain. But I see at least now it doesn't turn pitch black at the start of the rain, which is one of the things it was doing. Oh, come on. You're not even going to be able to turn or what? I need to get the last bit done here, man. Oh, ridiculous. I mean, I realize this plow is way too big for the tractor, but still. Well, hopefully this will be the end of it. And I don't know how we're supposed to drag this back to where it goes when we can't put it back on its wheels. I really don't. But I get a feeling when we get to the end of this row, that's what they're going to tell us. Oh, here it is. Now it's getting dark again in the middle of the day. Oh, now all of a sudden I'm talented? I was an idiot 5 minutes ago, pal. Yeah, return the equipment to the farm. Okay. I will, Oh yeah, look at that. Now that we're done, it goes back to its wheels. While you're doing the mishing, it won't. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, so where have they put the job board this time? Oh, it's right across here, apparently. Oh, good. Look, the headlights would come on our car when it goes dark. Because that's a thing. Well, it's a little more detailed than the tractors, I'll give them that. I mean, it's a pretty cool looking car. Again, they put some detail in the outsides and they put nothing on their inside details. It's too bad. Even the job board, they can't be bothered to even put a couple of fake pieces of paper or something. Okay. And same thing, get into the tractor. Oh, look, they painted it green this time. And now all of a sudden it's a Mammoth. Popular brand. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I mean, the interior detailing is just pathetic on these. You know? I mean, the steering wheel doesn't look bad, but then you look at the shift lever under it. You know, all of the buttons are simply a different color laid in on what's already there. Not terribly impressive, I'm afraid. Oh, there are only the two views. Okay. What? Oh. That's another thing. They've got to get rid of that leaving mission. I mean, you know, in Farm Sim, when you're doing a mission, they don't count you leaving a mission unless you actually go too far away from the field. And I mean a ways away. You know, not like, oh, I have to get to here to be able to actually turn around. Alright. Wow, we sure did a nice job here, though, didn't we? Oh, again, look at that. They left all the crud on the outside of the field. Oh. Alright. Unfold. See? And again. Alright. See? Now why does the plow not have something like that? Activate the tool. I mean, it's lowering it. This isn't a powered item, so it's not like there's anything actually being activated. Oh, come on. And it will not go to the edge of the field. Come on. See? I don't know. I mean, would a slope like this really make your tractor kind of keep heading towards the downhill? I mean, look at the size of this thing. And then, of course, the turning radius is horrifying. Yeah, still, it keeps pulling towards the downhill. It's not as bad. For some reason, that first row, you're basically continuously trying to push it back up to the top of the hill. But that's a fairly minor adjustment in the physics, and I think that's something they can get on fairly easy. You know. Well, I gotta admit, at least this isn't nearly as frustrating and foolish as the plowing is. I mean, that's just, you know, if you'd have had a single person even try that, they would have gone, oh, hey, we need to work on this. It's not right, you know? So, I don't know. I'm getting to a point where, as far as I'm concerned, if a game is released, I shouldn't have to be your darn beta tester anymore, you know? It's the way it's bouncing up and down. I couldn't tell if I'd actually raised it or not. You know, and that seems to be the thing that's going on now. Oh, here we are. It's raining again, and dark and light, and so no, they haven't actually done anything about that, although I was told again by the developer that had been dealt with. Oh, and it also only seemed to be a bug some people experienced. So you're telling me that not everybody that plays the game has it rain every single time they step onto a field? I don't know. And yes, this entire video is going to be one giant complaint about this game. You know, if you, you know, haven't got the integrity to actually release something as an early access when you need people to test it because it is so obviously broken, you know, and instead you're going to, and these guys did not sell this cheap. This game was the price of Farm Sim when they released it, okay? And, you know, and then like I said, there's, you know, for one thing, you shouldn't need to release that many patches on a game that is quote-unquote ready. And for another, you'd think they'd do some bloody good. See, again, it's pretty much too dark to, you know. Oh, now it's starting to lighten up because it's raining, hailing, snowing. I don't know. Kind of looks like maybe now it's snowing. I don't know. I just don't. I've actually been looking forward to the release of the DLC, hoping that they had straightened a bunch of other things out, unfortunately. And yeah, it's really hard to try and get a decent cut going on here, believe me. Now, that controls the... Maybe I'm missing something here. Let's have a look. No, there is no... maybe if you were at a certain speed, i.e. if it had a cruise setting, you know, that maybe it would walk a little steadier down the field instead of being pulled towards the bottom corner almost constantly, so that you end up with... these huge gaps. Ugh. I think I'm going to... it is only 7 o'clock in the morning here on the beautiful west coast of British Columbia, Canada. But I think I'm actually going to render this as soon as I am done here. Like as soon as we end the episode, I'm going to render this. And then we are going to see... I'm going to upload it right away. So today's video is going to be a bit early, guys. But I'm going to upload it right away, and then I'm going to link it into the Steam forum. You know, that way I don't have to explain to them. I don't feel like writing a 38-page book on what's wrong in this newest rendition of their game, so... I will simply post a link to the video and go, oh really, is that how it's supposed to work? Because yeah, I mean, you're going to charge people darn near $40 for a farm sim game. At least make some sort of an effort at it. You know. Oh, and the DLC is free for anyone who has purchased the game prior to today. If you decided today, because of the DLC, to purchase it, then you do have to pay for it. So... yeah, see, and all of a sudden it starts careening towards the bottom corner of the field. I don't know, man. I would have some serious worries about my tractor if it was, you know, that much of an effort for it to overcome a little bit of a steep bank. Maybe that's why they had that car parked so nicely out of the way. I don't even know if this is actually the field or if this is just... I don't know, you continuously have to compensate, and it just throws, because of the way they've got this thing hooked up, so that it kind of pivots the way it does. See what I mean? It's, oh, good. But first return my equipment. Yeah, gladly. I'm hoping that the next one will be seeding, and he'll want us to seed potatoes, so we can at least see the new gear. If not, we're probably going to call it an episode. Because, believe me, this is so frustrating, you can only deal with so much of it at a time. Yeah, really? You need to be able to at least turn your tractor, guys. I mean, I can understand it being a little light on its tires with that much weight on the back, but the handling is just nowhere near realistic on these things. It's not even nowhere near arcade, it's just a frustration. Alright, yeah, $1,300. And they expect you to save up $350,000 and buy your own farm. Okay, it is a seeding job, so let's see what sort of seeding it is. And if it's the potato thing, we'll give her a try. If not, we're going to call it here. And unless they honestly put out a patch... No, it's not, is it? That's not a potato seeder, I'm sure. Unless they put out a patch, I think I'm pretty much done with this thing. you know. Oh, now the tractor's yellow. Okay. They don't handle any differently? Like, you don't know that you're not in exactly the same tractor, as it were? At least not so far. The last ones didn't. And I noticed that the last time I played, you really didn't, you know. Whereas if I jump into different tractors in Farm Sim, they usually have some different characteristics to them. Oh, drive to the field. So no need to fill the seeder or anything? You wouldn't want to show us where or how that's done? Okay. Seeing as this is supposed to be sort of the tutorial thing. Alright, let's have a look. Let's unfold. Oh. And again, it's got to jump and bounce all over the place. Whoa, really? What the heck was going on there? That is raised, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. Well, that's going to be easy to tell the differences once it starts raining. They could have at least changed the color a little bit. You know what I mean? Darkened it or lightened it or something, as opposed to just making the lines slightly finer. I mean, it works nicely enough, I guess, on a nice sunny bit like this. Maybe this will be the only time I've been on a field when it won't rain. That would be interesting. Okay, let's see if we can actually turn it around this time. A little better. Yes, I tried to turn a little too tight on the other side. And let's drop that down. And away we go. Yeah, I don't think this is potato sowing. You would have thought with the new map and the new DLC they would have been anxious to show that off, but no, I guess they're going to do, you know, plow 20 fields, cultivate 20 fields, blah, 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 just like they did the last time. We'll see. Well, we may. As I said, I don't know that I will bother with this again after this point. And I don't know why it's kind of hitching like it is. You know? You notice when I was turning the tractor, the frames were kind of hitching as we turned. So, yeah. Don't know what that is. I mean, surely at the sad detail levels here, my machine can handle this. It does CNC just fine. It does Farm Sim just fine. Yeah, I don't know. I really think these guys should hang their heads. Hang their heads in shame that they think they released this game ready. I remember when I first got into the tech end of computers and took the course. Well, I signed up for the course, and our first day there, our first instructor is going, well, one thing that people may not have told you about getting into computer repairs and being a hardware technician is that we have to overcome a really bad reputation. We have the worst rating in the Better Business Bureau, etc., etc. And it's mainly because, you know, there were a lot of technicians who weren't exactly, you know, the most up and up with their, and then it's almost unmanageable, weren't on the up and up with their customers. You know, because they knew they could walk into 99 of 100 houses and go, you need this, this, and this, and the customer wouldn't have a clue and would go, oh, okay, fix it. It's a little more money than I thought, but I need it, you know. And in all honesty, what? I was incredibly embarrassed to hear that. You know, I thought, I thought people were into computers and that they liked the whole thing. And so, and I'm starting to think more and more that game developers are getting into that, come on, just drive straight. Getting into that same sort of a situation, you know, where there's been enough bad apples that I think is just generally rubbing off on the entire industry, you know. And it's really, really easy these days to just go, well, it's just another, you know, unscrupulous game developer, or, you know, it's just their another take the money and freaking run thing. Yeah, I can't even turn this tight enough to come back on that other row, so we'll have to do the skip things and just hope we can fill in enough in the time allotted. Yeah. And once again, this is an absolutely, just in case you're wondering, this is a completely useless mode. If for some reason you decide to pick up the game and play it, don't go in career mode. Unless you've never used any farm simulated sort of gear before, you know, so that you need to have the very basics explained to you. Yeah, don't do it. It is impossible to achieve. You know, you're going to get just over $1,000 for every job, and they want 350 grand just to buy your farm. You know, and you've got to spend the kit and spend money in the meantime buying all the gear for the farm. You know, so that when you take jobs, instead of getting $1,000, you can actually get $2,000. So yeah, don't get fooled into actually trying this career mode thing. Like I said, I only did it because I was hoping that this being new DLC, they would deal with the potato stuff, but of course not. And I really shouldn't have parked that car there. That's entirely my fault. Ah, boy. No, the gear just doesn't track. Yeah, I'd really hoped to stop playing this for a month, wait for the new DLC. I really thought they would make a lot of improvements, but no. Well, at least it doesn't look like we've got too many more of these rows to go before it's going to give us the mission. God, it's so jittery when you try and turn. Oh, come on. You just can't get this thing to go where you want it to go. Yeah, you're getting the hang of it. Whatever, dude. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Again. You know, the equipment darn near rolls over just trying to fold itself back up. Show me one piece of equipment in Farm Sim that does that. You know? I mean, come on, guys. Make some effort, you know? Get your playtester to actually try a real game and then come back and try this one and see if there's any similarities. Learn to harvest job. Well, we'll have a look. Like I said, I mean, we're way over time now, but... And yeah, no, normal grain harvest. Let's just give it up. So there you go, guys. Oh, look. The grain we just planted is ready for harvest, so... I don't know. As I said, I'm going to post this up. I'll, you know, put a detailed description or whatever in the... in their forum telling them what isn't working. Oh good, now it's weirdly artificially dark again. You'll notice it's 20 after 1 in the afternoon, and it's dark enough that all the streetlights just came on. So, I mean, I realize it got cloudy and it's raining, but, yeah. Every hour it rains. Oh well, and, you know, what can you do? So there you go, guys. That's been a look at Real Farm. My apologies, the episode went a little long, but, I don't know. I think it's been out long enough now, and they've had enough effort at patches that I think I'm going to have to leave this a don't buy type of review. So, unfortunately, because I would really like to see some new IPs come out for this genre, but this ain't going to be it. So, till next time, guys, if you enjoyed the video or appreciate having to not have to have paid for this to see what it's like on your own, I'd appreciate a like there and maybe a sub and a share even. So, till next time, this has been Species 7. Still not liking this game a lot, in case you hadn't noticed. Ciao for now.